That would help.
All right, welcome to the Paula and Katie show, everybody.
Woo woo.
I mean, this is the best, Paula. Thank you so much. This is going to be awesome because I mean, it would be awesome if there was 15 people with us.
Right.
They're going to come next time. They're going to see how awesome this is, and the whole screen is going to be full next time, right?
Right. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Right. All right. So Paula and I just had like a free conversation, which I love. So Paula, wanted you to start. Are you ready to start?
I am.
Take the way, girl.
I want to show you, I got my little notebook ready. So I was just scrolling through and jotting down some of just kind of motivational quotes that kind of stuck out to me, and I picked 5 of them. The first one is, great things never come from comfort zones.
Wow.
You know, just speaking from experience, you've got to step outside a little bit if you want different results. Step outside of that zone. The second one I pulled out was, success doesn't find you. You have to go for it and get it. It's not something you're going to find under a rock. You got to work for it if you want it. Let's see, the third one I really liked was, wake up with determination and go to bed with satisfaction. I thought that was pretty cool. And then my absolute favorite one is, the pain of discipline is far less than the pain of regret. I can attest to that personally. And my last one is, I thought maybe this might be able to help somebody who might have struggled in the past and has in their head like, oh, why should I do this? It didn't work, this, that, the other. So my last one is, never be a prisoner of your past. It was just a life lesson, not a life sentence.
That's so good. Okay, Paula, now I want to know, what is like your testimony behind one of those? Like, how has one of those helped you, or all of them, right? How has that helped you, or what connection do you have to those? Because I have a story about one of those too I want to share. You just like touched my heart.
I just think the pain of discipline is far less than the pain of regret. I know that's kind of been like my mantra for years, and I've seen and felt like what discipline or what regret is for years. And I just figured it was my time for me to start really feeling, once I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, to get past that little discomfort, it's really worth it.
What are you doing?
Daddy.
Okay, you know what? Say hi to my friend Paula. Say hi, Paula. Hi, Paula. I'm gonna go find Daddy in the kitchen.
Hi, sweetie.
I'll see you soon. Okay? This is the joy of working in your first level, right, Paula? All right, hold on.
Absolutely.
Okay, girls.
She is so cute.
And we're back. She was supposed to come in and just say good night.
Well,
we all know that.
She accomplished that.
I was going to say, we all know that is not ever a good plan.
Just give her a microphone.
just give me like a lock. That's all I need. So Paula, that quote that you were just saying, actually, do you remember? So when I was in DIQ, like literally, I had a key ring and it had my apartment key and like my car key probably on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember it was probably a seminar souvenir that I got my very first time I went to seminar. And it was probably literally $1 that I paid for this. No, it was probably like $5 because, it was leather. It was fancy.
Right.
But like it had a little snap. And I remember this. I probably still have it somewhere. And you unsnapped it and opened it up. And I had in there that quote, the pain of discipline is far less, and then over here it says, than the pain of regret. And
Yeah.
I would just like, it was like my, you know how people have like their fidget toy or their fidget spinner or whatever? And I would
Uh-huh.
just like touch it and hold it all the time. And I would just like say that over and over and over to myself. Like the pain of
It's
discipline
true.
is so far less than the pain of regret. And I don't know, like this is interesting to think about because some people are motivated by like, okay, when you know, Paula, for you, like when you become a star consultant, like how many times did you think about that? You know what I mean? Um,
A lot.
like how many times did you think about the selling enough product, servicing enough customers, getting all of that to hit our really the bar of excellence in that 600 and above for our team,
Right.
and just seeing how you did that, like, so okay, thinking of that, like, oh, would it be awesome if, and there's this, and there's this, like, won't that be so cool? Okay, that's great if that motivates you,
Right.
but sometimes that stuff doesn't motivate me, you guys. Like, for me to say, okay, like, if I'll just focus on our team, like crossing that finish line and doing what it takes, strengthening, growing, just growing and growing and strengthening and growing, and earning our second P Cadillac, like that is so exciting to me. And
It
yes,
is.
we're gonna work for it, but here's the deal, you guys. Are you ready? Flip the switch. Because the pain of discipline, like the pain of actually achieving it, right, is awesome. But then you just flip the switch and you're like, okay, so you know, we're celebrating Seminar 2021. It's over. You know, we did it. And you didn't earn your star consultant that you said you would, you know? Or
Yeah.
I am, when I look at my bling badge, I mean, this is what I'm just being real. Like, when I look at my bling badge and it says, you're a Premier Plus sales director, to me, that makes me mad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you have a goal of being a red jacket and your thing still says senior consultant, like, dang it, that makes you mad. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's okay. So sometimes that's why that quote is so powerful to me, because I'm like, okay, yes, the pain of discipline absolutely works, but the pain of regret is really, really powerful.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think I was just settling for so long
Oh, interesting.
that I was like, okay, well, I already know what this feels like. Just another thing I didn't do, but it's like now I'm like, yes, it feels good. It feels good.
It's amazing. And the caramel apple party is going to be so fun. Okay. It's going to be
Can't
so
wait.
fun. So fun. I remember the last time we had a caramel apple party, we were in St. Joe in my house, and Mackenzie was like this big.
Right.
Oh, okay. So anyway.
Well, Jerome was asking me, he was like, well, how come I've never heard of star parties before? I said, because I've never been a star consultant.
Well, there's this thing, you know, it's this thing that
You gotta be a star.
yes, 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 yes. So you guys, like, and if you're watching too the replay, first of all, I hope that people, like, when they watch the replay, they're not just watching like for entertainment. You know what I mean? But the Paula and Katie show is going to be rated tomorrow morning when this, you know, goes on
I'll go
YouTube.
for it. We're going YouTube.
I'm serious. But it's like, okay, what is that goal? That, like, yes, you are motivated to reach it. And for me, you guys, I know exactly how much I have to do personally. Like, I'm just talking about my personal sales business, my personal team. I know exactly what I said I was going to do for this month to stay on track for my longer term goals, right? And I think that's super important, because sometimes if we're just like, yeah, but, well, what the heck, girl? Like, that's just gonna fade away. And the pain of regret is, anyways, it would be much easier just to figure it out and let's do the daily. Okay, so number one, I want to hear good news. So if you're watching the replay, like literally type in the good news. We want to hear it. We want to see it. How many messages? Okay, that's fine. Paula, do you have any good news that you want to share? Anything like, so I always think in the past 7 days, what is something that you are grateful for in your business? Well, you shared something with me before we hit record. Just share that again.
I was gonna say that again, but I just think it's just the consistency of being present. Just like on my group, that I'm really kind of making sure that I'm disciplined daily on getting there and just kind of reaching out to people who now I've gotten more sales and stuff. So now I'm constantly wanting to make sure, like I followed up with a friend of mine on Thursday. She got a mineral powder, and it ended up being the wrong shade. So it's like, you know, if I wouldn't have followed up with her, she was like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. You know, you didn't have to do that. But I'm like, it's my job. I just don't want you to have a product and see you later. So I was really glad that she, you know, really appreciated my service, which makes me know that I'm doing the right thing with following up. But then today I got sales from the post about the hand soaps. I have a customer of mine, and she told me she spends so much on LuLaRoe. I think she said like $350.
Wow.
And she's like, why can't I spend that with you? So it's like every time I post something, she's always wanting something. I mean, she got two eye colors in one day when I posted a couple weeks ago. The week before that, she got a whole blue eye look with the eyeshadows and the cheeks and the lips. So of course she wanted 3 of the hand soaps today. So that's my win.
Oh, it's so good, Paula. And the thing is, like, I shared a lot on Voxer today, you guys. So go back and I don't want to repeat myself because time is precious, right? So go back and check those messages. But just how the consistency and the small daily, it is the bread and butter of what we do. And so you keep doing those small daily things, and you know, that's where strong customer bases are built. And if you want bigger goals to be achieved, it's literally just, okay, so let's just build more strong customers. You know what I mean? Like literally it's so simple, but consistency is like the secret sauce, you know, that everyone tries to avoid, but really that's it. So
You have to have it.
Awesome. Okay. I love.
What is yours?
Oh, my good news. So you guys, I am a true believer in the preferred customer program. And I know for sure that like the customer service that we give, I shouldn't assume. Our goal should be that our customer service is like top notch, right? And I really think the preferred customer program is a huge part of that. And so I just noticed with my text messages and with my website orders that this past week, I have sold a lot of Mary Kay products without me reaching out first. And I don't want to say like without me reaching out first, but I didn't, do you know what I mean? Like I didn't text her and say, do you need anything? Is there anything I can help you with? Like it was people coming to me because of the preferred customer program going out there, my Facebook posts going out, and emails going out, like sharing new products. And so I just think it's so important to be like out there and keep reaching out because your customers are continually washing their face and putting something on. And so it may as well be you. And I think that's good news is that our service like continues to bring people back. Like I literally was driving today and sold a miracle set. And I was like, that is so fun. Like that is so fun. Oh my God.
I saw that on Voxer.
Oh, fun. But that was because probably a preferred customer program. The fact that she was a skincare customer and it ran out, and instead of going to Ulta or wherever, it's like I was just accessible. So you have to think like, how can you make yourself totally accessible and yet super friendly about it, you know?
Right.
Anyways, Paula, thank you for asking what my good news was. I'm always used to shining light on others, and I'm like, yes, go you, go all
Well,
of you.
we need to know what your wins are too.
I know, amen, sister. And I need to put that in my, as a post in the $100 day challenge. So I think that is so good.
Right.
Can you imagine if every day you guys were just focused on $100 days? Like after the week, you'd have $600 weeks, one after
Right.
the other, after the other, after the other. And it could come in various forms, like from a party, reorder, it doesn't matter. But anyways, I think that's so good. Okay. I have so many notes, like I have so much to share with you guys. First things first, I need to probably apologize because I was at my desk this morning, or I was cleaning and working and just getting all organized before I sat down. And here's this. So anyway, this is the coconut mousse gift set, right?
Yeah.
And you guys, okay, so here's the story. We did the contest the 1st through the 5th, do 10 contacts a day, 10 contacts a day, 10 contacts a day, and you guys posted how many times you were doing that. Well, guess what? I chose the winner, I had the prize, and then I never announced it or sent out the prize.
What?
I know, you guys, here's the deal. You don't have to be perfect. I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. But this gift, Michelle, if you're watching, this is yours. Like,
nice, Michelle.
So Michelle,
good job.
I'm sending this to you, and I was like, I got it up, and I was like, wow, Katie Oni, that is good job, sister. Okay. Sometimes things get lost, and I hope you guys understand that. Okay.
Absolutely.
Where you're coming from. All right. So here's what I wanted to say first before I add in some strategy. Paula, I know that you are excited for strategy because you are like in the mindset where you'll take it and just make it happen, which I think is so cool. The first thing, you guys, is my mantra, my quote, my everything is, what is the goal? Like, what's the focus, right? Our WTF is, what's the focus, right? What is it? You see that sometimes, and I'm always just like, okay, so what's your goal? What is it? I always take stuff and like put a positive spin on it, right? So what is the goal? Like, seriously, what is it? And what does that timeline look like? And like, do you talk to me about it? Because you guys, I want your goals to be achieved literally just as much as I want my own goals to be achieved. Like, I want your goals for your family just as much as I want goals for your family. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you have success, I feel it. When you have the loss and frustration, like, I feel it. And we can totally say that as a sisterhood, right? Like, we are doing this together, and yet we're all separate businesses. It's really cool.
Right.
So what's the focus? What's the goal?
What's the focus?
Once we have that, I think it's important to break it down and to just think, okay, but the real question is, I have two. After you know what the goal is, and you know what it will take, right? You know what it takes for this week or this month or whatever. The real two questions are, what am I willing to do? And I think that's really important. And you guys, we have to take care of ourselves, and we have to look at what we can do for our families, right? And we have to prioritize those things. So what are you willing to do to make it happen, right? And then the second question that I love is, what can I do about it today? Or, tonight, as I'm writing my little list in my planner, I will say, okay, I know what my goal is, but what can I actually do about it tomorrow? and I'll jot those things down, and that will be my work. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how simple and yet how powerful this whole entire thing is. So start with the clarity of what is the goal, break it down, let's do it together. Like, how will you achieve it? And then what are you willing to actually do towards that goal? And then what can you do about it today? Or if it's nighttime, what can you do about it tomorrow? You know what I mean? As you're planning. What do you think, Paula? Is that helpful? Kind of like that thought process?
Yeah, yeah.
Let me see.
I think when you said like, just like breaking it down to what am I willing to do? Like, what am I going to do to make that happen? But then breaking it down further than that, like, what can I do about that? Like right now, not next week, not whatever, like today or tomorrow.
And honestly, throughout the day, you guys, I find myself sometimes having like pockets of time, right? And I'm like, okay, so right now, what can I do now? Like, what is it that I wanted to get done this week or today? But the question is, like, just chop it so small so that it's manageable.
Right.
Like, the goal that you think is big and like unattainable really is just created from all these tiny little things that we just make lots of small choices of, do I show up for myself and my business or do I not? Like, really, that's it. Like, am I gonna show up or do I not? Like, are you gonna put your suit on with a pair of jeans and be like, hey, you know, for real?
And cute shoes.
Seriously, I have fuzzy socks on right now. That's how fancy this is. But that's how 2020 Mary Kay meetings work right now, right?
That's all right.
Which is awesome. So there it is. And that's the power to you guys of the block schedule. And so I don't know if, well, I hope that you do. I hope that you truly hold on to it and schedule those things out, because here's the truth, you guys, I believe that you know what to do. We just need to help. Now I have a boy knocking at my door.
Well, hello, Mr. Collin.
Shut the door. No. Go do reading or a lesson, okay? No show. Do you see how they're like trying to take advantage of me?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And now I forgot what I was even going to say.
Pockets of time.
Oh. So the power of like sitting down with that planner on a Sunday night and literally planning out what I'm physically able to do. Like, you guys, it sounds simple and it even sounds like silly. Like, why are we talking about this again? But for real, if you do it, like, that's it. Like, that's really it, and you're gonna do it. Because when it says it's time to book, then you're gonna get out your phone and you're gonna find the script and you're gonna have your list. And that is a booking training right there. What do you need? Your phone, a list, and your script. And if you don't have scripts, you text someone, because we have 5 million. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So that's what it is. Like, that is the training on your booking. And for goodness sake, if you feel like you have to go back to square one, absolutely. Like, there is so much education that you can get. But the crazy thing is, you guys, I think that sometimes we have too much education and not enough application, right? Like, we know what to do, but we just have to plug it in and be willing to have the grit. Like, I think of Michelle. Michelle, I wish you were on here. I wish so much that you could tell this part of your story, because I'm just gonna like slaughter it. But Michelle sent me a message this morning, late last night. I read it this morning. And she was just saying, like, the things that she has, all the balls that are up in the air in her life right now, and thinking about, yes, all of these things that she has responsibility over, and yet she still has 2 parties to finish up this month.
Yeah.
Or this week. I think this week. Anyways, the point is, all of that stuff doesn't hold anyone back. It's your mindset. And it's like, I'm going to do it anyway, because really this business, you guys, the pockets that we work our business and the effort that we put in and the results that come back, like, it's a no-brainer. I mean, honestly, it's a no-brainer. So Paula, you being consistent with your groups and doing that, like it's genius. And going live and doing this and doing that, like it's genius. It's smart. It's what we should do. So, I love that. Okay, love it, love it, love it. Daily booking. You guys, that challenge, which was the whole purpose of this gift for Michelle, it wasn't a challenge intended for the first 5 days of the month. It is literally an example of, could you imagine what would happen in your business if you just like, okay, Paula, if you sat down tonight and you were like, okay, 10, like 10 people to touch, like a touch point for tomorrow. Like, what would that look like? Do I need to reach out to Susie and see if her cleanser is okay? Do I need to, whatever.
Right.
Do I want to reach out to 10 people and invite them to this thing or whatever?
Right.
Like, that is absolutely powerful. And I wonder what would happen if we thought of it in a long term, like it's kind of like compound results, you know? Yes, it's awesome for 5 days, but what about 21 days, you guys, right? Like, could you imagine 21 days? Getting that habit tracker, right? Getting the habit tracker, printing that puppy up. Paula, I know you're gonna hold it up. Yes, you are. Yes! You totally are. Yes, yes, yes. And really just looking, okay, when it says B right there, like your B, how many every day? And just tell yourself, like, okay, I am going to circle that letter B every single day, or whatever days that you guys tell yourself you're working. I'm not gonna tell you how to do it. This is just my example. I can tell you, I'm just gonna get really excited and tell you, okay? But just to think, like, if you did it for however many days that you set in your calendar, and then step back for a hot second and watch what happens. Like, just watch what happens. It's so good. It's so good. And it's not magic. It's just mathematical. And Paula, our word tonight is consistency, because doing something a couple times and cheering about it is awesome. But doing it over and over and over, you actually won't even have to cheer anymore, because it's going to be, I mean, people are going to be applauding you, right? It's going to be so awesome.
I want to get that way with booking not necessarily booking parties, but like having parties and stuff like that. So it's like, I'm not so flipping excited from the first one that I'm like, okay, what do I do now?
Absolutely. And you know what, Paula, I want to tell a story, you guys. Story time. You know I love my stories, right? So today I was sitting and thinking of that same question that we just talked about. What am I willing to do to reach my goal? It's important that our goals have deadlines. And then okay, if that's what I'm willing to do, I think through, like, how willing am I? And then I think, okay, so if you're that willing, if you're able and you're willing, then what are you gonna do about it? Like, what are you gonna do about it? You think that's the whole world open to you. What are you gonna do about it? And so I sat today, you guys, and this is literally how fast this business can work. And anyone watching, Paula, I invite you to do it with me. I know I left a message about it earlier. But I want to do on Wednesday a pink pop-up, like fall style, a fall product pop-up, okay? And I thought today, why would I do that on Wednesday? Okay, obviously I want to wrap up my my September strong. Could you do this in a Facebook group? Absolutely. I personally, you guys, I love, you know how when people talk about doing like a mystery hostess kind of thing, where it's like, really, you're the hostess,
right?
And you invite all these people to come join you. So what I have found, and this is just me and my personal story, so that's all I can say, is that when I do those on Facebook, I don't get awesome results. However, when I do a Facebook party that has a hostess with her friends, I get awesome results there because they're all connected to each other. You guys get it?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Like they're all connected. Bring it in here. But when I want to do it myself and I want to gather people, I have found the magic in doing a pink pop-up.
Okay.
We'll be ready for that.
So would that be like a group that I would create for like Wednesday, or should I send it out? Or send it out like individually?
So here's what I did, and honestly, I'm going to, here's my thinking on this, you guys. I am going to use this pink pop-up that I'm doing on Wednesday. Can you guys do them on your own? Absolutely, and I will totally teach you. However, if you want to come join mine on Wednesday to see how it flows, you are 100% invited and encouraged to do that. So invite go to my customer Facebook group, click the link, and then you'll be added into my group.
Oh, okay.
And then literally you could copy that same exact text. I posted it in the Voxer group. And you could change the words a little bit to say my sales director, Katie, is doing a pink pop-up. Just change the words that they know it's not going to be you posting, like it's me, but it's okay, like everyone's invited.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Right.
everyone's encouraged to comment and follow along. But it creates some really cool sales. It just does. You can't do this every week. In my mind, I am really thinking of doing it quarterly. So for my party with a hostess and her friends, I love those template parties. And Paula, I know that you've had success with that too, right? Where you pop on live in the beginning and the end, and the middle is all the posts, right? Mm. So that is a crazy awesome way to do hostess parties. But then I thought something elevated to really, really, really get attention and involvement. Quarterly, I'm going to do these pink pop-ups. And so this one I'm calling it Fall Favorites. You better believe I'm doing the Christmas one, you guys. So maybe not quarterly, but 'tis the season for more shopping, right? More shopping than not right now. So we would do that. And then you're going to go into spring and you're going to do you know what I mean? Like, you're always going to have something to show. And so literally, you guys, I just tell you this story. Literally, I was sitting there. My story is this. I had some sales today, which was awesome. I was so excited, but I thought, it's just not enough for my goal. Okay, so we're always at that point, right?
Right.
And the thought of like, so what can I do about it? Like, what can I do? And the pink pop-up came into mind, and I gave you guys the script, and I started messaging people individually. I am not sure right now. My phone keeps dinging. I just had two other people say yes, that they want to be a part of it. I don't know, I might be up to 20 right now. Like, is that so cool? It's so cool. Nice. To think about, you are creating something, you guys. So when you need to create, just give yourself space to figure it out, because we have all the tools. Like, we know how to jump onto Facebook Live and do something that way, or share, or whatever the case. All I'm saying is that the pink pop-up is a way that I thought, what can I do about it? And this is it. And so at the end of my pink pop-up, you guys, the story of Mary Kay goes, when you have a party, book parties off of it, And so I'm thinking, how fun to have this pink pop-up, and then to really share with those people in there how they could do their own Facebook party, their own whatever, their own product preview, Christmas shopping, whatever, but like keep it going. Do you know what I mean? Like, right. Follow Mary Kay's process and keep it going.
Right.
And that's what we learned from the very beginning. Like, you book, you sell, you book, you have to book again. Mm-hmm. Right? Book, sell, book, recruit. It's not book, sell, 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 sell. It's you book, you sell, you book her again, and then you share the opportunity too, which is incredible. So anyways, I just wanted to, was that a good story? Like story time?
It was a good story.
So I invite you guys to be a part of it, like truly come be a part of it and invite, use that script and share it with some of your people individually. It's not something that you can just, I do post it on my Facebook group, you guys saw that, but then I also do it individually. And that is where you get the response. I think that posting in a large group, it's like building your brand. It builds your personality to your group. It builds the relationship that they can always see you there. They get used to your language and all of that. But when you reach out individually, that is where the magic happens. You know, that's so good.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we did it. I wanted to tell you, there's a couple of things I'm really excited about right now. Oh, there's a lot I'm excited about right now.
Right.
No, that's not even true. Okay. So tomorrow night in our Pink Holiday group, did you see that Cheryl's going to pop on at 7 o'clock?
Mm-hmm.
And Cheryl, was my consultant when I was 12 years old. I mean, literally, like that's a real story. I'm not being sarcastic. She really was. And to know how strong her sales business is, you guys, you would be floored. Like you would be floored. And so to learn from her would be a blessing to you. I mean, for sure. So pick up the nuggets from her, let her idea, whatever she's going to share. Her heart is a heart of Mary Kay Ash. And so make sure that you're connecting tomorrow night with the Pink Holiday group. And then it is time for October. Like we're going to finish this month strong. We totally are, 100%. But just think about, I'm talking about the Pink Holiday group. What is going to happen in that group in October? You guys, it's all about like, let's get this done. September was about preparing and like, how do we get our mind and our goals and the time, like how do we get all of it organized? But October, you guys, we run. So if you are having a Mary Kay business in October, and if your head's in the game in October, you're going to be making some money. And I'm excited for you.
That's a good thing.
Are you so excited to make money for your family? It's awesome. And I thought also, how cool would it be in our Facebook group, our Dream Keepers? We're going to do Merry Mondays. Do you guys remember those? Merry Mondays?
Yeah.
Yes. So every Monday, it's super simple. I will just post in our group another holiday idea.
Okay.
So literally, it's just an idea that you can show your customers and that you can promote and sell. And I think I'll have Merry Monday with my customers too. So Motivational Monday, Merry Monday. What do you think? Do you like it? Right?
That's a good idea.
So sharing that with them too, to really get the whole, it's time. It's time. I've gotten Christmas presents already downstairs and I'm not wrapping, but I'm starting, it's time. Anyways, and here's a challenge for this week, you guys. Message me when you have thought of some business owners. Like I'm talking about, I don't know, who do you know that owns a business? Like who do you know that would buy gifts for their staff or would buy gifts for, how some people in business buy gifts for their top customers, that kind of thing. Think of maybe a handful of people and message me the list. I have an idea that we can work with, like starting now. And you might be super excited about that too and the results. So anyways, you guys, the key and the secret is thinking about, I've posted so many ideas today. Your brain should be moving in the direction of like, okay, I know what my goal is. I know I have to take action behind it. I'm not going to sit back and like watch another month pass by. That is not the Dream Keepers way of thinking.
Right.
We're actually doing stuff at midnight, the last night of the month, every month. It doesn't matter, like every month. And then the question is, what are you willing to do? And then what can I actually do about it right now? And not like, am I going to think about it for 5 years? Because that's not fun. It's not fun to think about it. Don't do that. Don't just think about Mary Kay. Do Mary Kay.
Right.
All right, you guys. Paula, thank you so much.
Yes.
So
My
much.
pleasure. It's good seeing you.
You too. And I hope that, I hope next Monday, you guys, that there is like literally 10 people here.
I was just going to say 10 people.
10. All right, 10 is the goal, Paula. You do
Okay.
5, I'll do 5. We'll do it.
We'll meet there in the middle.
Okay. All right. I love you. We'll see you soon, Paula.
All right. Bye-bye.